Hello, Capricorn. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. This is your December 2024 energy forecast. So I'd like to suggest that you find out what your other signs are and watch those videos as well. Give you a full visual of what your December 2024 may look like. Thank you for turning up, tuning in, liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. Everything that you do here helps this channel grow and is absolutely gratefully appreciated. Capricorn. I am a Capricorn moon, and I just did my Sagittarius sun, so I'm kind of a little bit fearful and excited about what December holds. If you're a Sagittarius and you haven't watched it yet, we have a tower moment coming. And that tower moment is going to help us release everything that has been holding us back from stepping into our higher power. So let us see what Capricorn has for us. Of course there is. Deceit. Those people who are jealous. Yeah, it's about strategizing on how to not allow those people who are jealous, who want to see us fail, who don't want to see us succeed. It's about strategizing on how to get away from those people, how to cut those people off, how to cut that energy off, and really become the person that you see yourself becoming. The person that Spirit already knows you are, your ancestors already know you are, God already knows you are, your angels, your spiritual team, they already know who you are. It's about happy time that you find out who you are. And that magician in the mirror is different than the magician in the tarot. The magician in the mirror is you facing yourself, right? And allowing yourself to look at the person that you desire to be. And how do we do that, right? How do we do that? Where do we find within us that knowledge? Oh, and this is about also structuring your future into what it is that magician sees, right? When you look into the mirror and you see the version of yourself that you desire to be, how do we strategize to getting there? Right? How do we do that? We have the quill, that's communication. We have the telescope, that's looking toward the future. We have the my mind went blank. I know what it is. I know what it is. The compass, showing us what direction to go. We have the key to the book of knowledge up there. We have abundance and prosperity over here. So there's a lot going on here. Journaling, keeping journals on how you feel, keeping journals on where you're at from day to day may be a good thing for you in December. And also reading the room and reading the people in the room, right? Those who may be coming to your face saying that I'm on your side may be the ones that are hindering your growth. So don't believe everybody with a smile and a nice curtsy and handshake, right? Because sometimes people wear awful masks, awful masks. And they would much rather you to continue on a path of feeling sorry for yourself or victimhood mentality or having nothing or thinking that you have nothing than to see who you truly are and to work toward being that person, right? So we have celebration. It's almost like we're going up yours, Mr. Deceitful person. So the Four of Wands is a card of celebration. It's a card of creativity. Look at this. Hold on for a second now. So the Four of Wands is a card of, we can see they're all barefoot, so they're grounding. It's a card of grounding, stability, and balance. It's a card of celebration. It's a card of stepping into your intuition, your creativity, your passion, your power, your connection with spirit. It's a celebration of coming together, right? And I kind of feel like with the star, we know that the star is the most celebrated card in the tarot because it's complete success. And with this particular star, we know that before we move forward into this new adventure, that we have to allow something to go in order to receive what it is that we are asking spirit for, or receive what it is that spirit has for us. And when we And I love how, and I'm just noticing this kind of, um, the Four of Wands and the Star, all wands up, and the Star card has one hand up, and then in the Star card, one hand down, and the majority of the divine feminine in the Four of Wands card has hands down as well. So we're doing an as above, so below, or transmuting the negative energy into kind of giving it back to spirit, giving it to spirit, giving it to source, allowing spirit and source to take care of that energy and whatever needs to be done to that energy, so we can get on with getting on. So we can get on with stepping into these beautiful opportunities. The full blind faith, taking that leap, doing what needs to be done, and having the strength and the courage to do it. But here we are in our heads. This was in the Sagittarius reading, the Nine of Swords. Just about when we're 5 minutes away from the miracle and something is absolutely amazing. Maybe it's this deception of self. Maybe it's not someone else. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's us. Maybe we're deceiving ourselves. Maybe the moment we get 5 minutes before the miracle, we're like, I'm not worth it. Or thinking about all the things that can go wrong, which thinks you right out of all the things that are going right. And so there is this energy of, look, I mean, you're appreciated, you're seen, you're recognized. There is success here. Why would you let old tapes keep you from, you know what I think? I think that there really needs to be a moment to where you talk about how you feel. When you're 5 minutes before that fucking miracle and you're about to, you see it all. It's hard to miss the Strength, the Fool, the Star, the Four of Wands. It's really all hard to miss. So when I see that strategy card, and when I see the Star, the Fool, and the Strength, and that all is toward the future, and that Magician in the mirror talking about be the divine guide, be the divine person who you know you are, and Spirit knows you are, maybe that deceit isn't coming from someone out there. Maybe it's coming from you right here. Maybe it's coming from within you, because we are our own worst enemies. We are our own worst judge. We create and we manifest and we do all of these things. And the moment that something starts to come in, we start feeling doubtful about it. We start allowing those old tapes to play in our head. So I think the Nine of Swords is also talking about talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Get that fucking energy out. Get it out. Don't let it fester. Don't let it play. Don't let it take up space, and don't hold the space for it either. And that's a problem that some of us have too. Instead of holding space for the wonderful, amazing, beautiful, great things that we have, we're more used to holding space for the negative. So we hold space for the negative and then we go, see, told you so. That's no one's fucking problem but yours. If you're holding space for negative and giving the space that you should be holding for success to that negatives, to those old tapes, to that negative talk, to that insecurity and that doubt, that's all on you. That doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. So you're deceiving yourself is what we have going on here. Everyone else sees you. Everyone else sees the success that you're walking into. Everybody else sees how powerful you are, how magical you are. Everyone sees you planning for the future. Everyone knows how knowledgeable you are. Everyone knows that you have all of these amazing ways to communicate and to create, and you're strong and you're powerful and you're intuitive and you have all of these things going for you, and the only one who doesn't see it is you, because you've learned or you've been taught or you had people tell you that the way you see your life will never be the way you see your life. And the World card goes, wrong. The winds of change are blowing, and it's your time, your year, your month, your time. Let's go. This card was also in the Sagittarius, the Six of Pentacles. We, Sagittarius, Capricorn, have a very hard time with accepting our truth, with accepting. My significant other looks at me all the time and he says, I can see that fire within you. I see that power within you. And it's crazy that you don't see it. You don't feel it, right? And it's very hard for us to receive those words from other people because we have been so manipulated in the past. We think that the reason why these people are telling us this, regardless of our significant other, our best friend, or whomever, is because they want something, right? And that's not always the case with with everyone. I mean, I know that he loves me. I know that he desires me. I know that he will never fill my bag full of shit just to make me feel good. So what he's saying is true. And I know what he's saying is true, but I can't wrap my head around accepting what he's saying because I've been told different throughout my life, right? So it's important that you get comfortable with give being open to receiving, and that's the work that you have to do on yourself in order to step into this energy of prosperity, to step into this energy of dreams coming true. This was also in Sagittarius, I think, and we want it to come quick. We are not patient people. We want it, let's go, let's go, let's go, do it now, do it now, do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards in a 10 card spread. So that's pretty significant. There are extremely significant changes. And the problem that we have as Capricorns is right here. We are all up in our head about everything. We see it coming. We refuse to do the work because we're up in our head about that, but we want it to come fast. We refuse to talk about it, but we want it to come fast. We refuse to express ourselves about it, but we want it to come fast. And that Knight of Swords, even though we want it to come fast and we're shucking and jiving with it, that Knight of Swords can cause so much drama. So slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Don't deceive yourself, right? Don't think that the only way to get what you're being offered here is to bypass how you're feeling and go like balls to the wall, like a bull in a china cabinet. That's not going to happen. That's not going to help, and it's not going to work. There's steps that you do, right? Acknowledge the star. Acknowledge there are some things that you have to let go. Acknowledge that there is an opportunity. Acknowledge that you have to step into your strength and courage. Acknowledge that there are people out there who are acknowledging you and your success. And acknowledge that your world is changing. Do the work on yourself. You start off December with all of this great and wonderful opportunity and energy. Why sabotage that because of the voices in your head or the thoughts of insecurity, of doubt, of I don't feel successful, or I don't feel abundant, or I'm ugly, or I'm fat, or I'm this and that and the third. No, stop. Come on. Stop being your own worst critic. Stop being your own worst enemy. Tap into those psychic abilities because you have them. And look at the one that is illuminated the most, the third eye, the sixth chakra, the chakra of sight, of vision. You have the freedom you have the freedom to unburden yourself from so much in the month of December, Capricorn. Unburden yourself. I said it, there's the card. You have the ability in the month of December, Capricorn, to unburden yourself from a lot of things that have been burdensome to you. It's very important that you do that. This could be around your career. Now, I am a tarot reader. I'm also an energy healer. I'm also a medium. I'm also a seer. There are a lot of those abilities that I have that I don't use because I am my own worst enemy. I am my own worst critic. And I allow those old tapes to play and to get in my head and to stifle how I feel about myself and my abilities, right? I allow my abilities to be the burden that stops me from the freedom that I have to expand in my career, right? To expand the opportunities and the possibilities. We have the conjurer, higher self, fertility, and creativity. So we are stepping into that higher self. We are stepping into that fertility. We are stepping into that creativity. We also have, okay, ascension, end of a cycle, new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. Nest, generosity, charity, gratitude. I always said that if I ever came in to money, that I have friends in Las Vegas who I love dearly. We have been friends for 23 years. And they have taken me in when my life was at its worst. And I always said that if I ever came into abundance, like real money, that the first thing I would do would be to go to Vegas and to take care of them. Priority number one. Equally priority number one would be taking care of the home that I have here. So either Eric would have to stay here, I'd be in Vegas, or he would go to Vegas and I would be here. There's a lot more to do on our house here. She's 112 years old, so even though she's got good bones, her ass is a little flat. So she needs she needs a little help with her foundation, but she's good. And the house in Vegas just needs a facelift. You know, it was one of the original ranch houses that was built in Vegas in 1960 something, and it needs a facelift and it needs yard work done. So I would be there just kind of doing that, because these are the people who deserve every just everything. And I won't get into it because I'll start to cry. But that is what I would do. And if I had, the nest, the charity, the generosity, the gratitude, yeah, that's what I would do. So give love. And I think this is more of giving love to self. Air magic. I love the air magic card because it reminds me to kind of listen to the messages on the wind, the messages from spirit, source, your ancestors. And I love this sun and star card. We have the star card in there somewhere. So I think this is the sun and stars. We talking about finding that balance between your spiritual self, that divine spiritual within us, and also finding that balance of allowing yourself to be true to who you are. I mean, what does the sun do? It illuminates, it heats, it gives us warmth. It shines bright. I mean, the rays of the sun can pierce through the darkest of clouds if shined bright enough. And by us connecting to our intuition and connecting to spirit and connecting to source, there isn't anything that we can't do. There isn't anything that we can't achieve. So please know that as you step into December. We have the key. Yes, please, we'll take the key. We have an angel or a guide with you during the month of December. We have the arrow pointing you in the direction. Also, the arrow is in not giving up, right? The arrow in shooting for that, right? Keeping focused. We also have this dolphin on a ball, and the dolphin on the ball, I kind of feel is all about having fun too, being playful, having fun. And I just noticed that the key also has an owl's face in it. So it's the key to the wisdom. And since we have a key up there, I'm going to put that there. I also feel like December is going to be divinely guided for you. Spiritually guided, divinely guided, heavenly touched, spiritually touched, divinely touched. Have fun and keep focused. Keep focused. We also have a heart here. So this is love as well. You could be guided to a abundant relationship, a prosperous relationship, a loving relationship, or this could be about loving yourself. I mean, really hitting the mark when it comes to loving yourself and being open to this transformation here. So this lighten your load. You got to let it go. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, whatever it is that you're carrying around, let it go. Let it go. And take your time. That air magic I was going to talk about, you could be getting messages in the month of December, messages from spirit, messages from those around you, messages from source. You could be seeing animals or critters and things like that. Your communication could be different in the month of December. I kind of feel this is all about, there's something in the air that is changing, that is shifting for you, Capricorn. So pay attention, and know that you are divinely guided and loved. Your world is about to change. Allow it to happen. Talk soon. Bye.